Here are the highlights from round 4 of the Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship, the MotoTees.com National, Budds Creek, Maryland. Only about 45 minutes outside of Washington, D.C. here, so we got the flyby. We got a huge crop of fans here on Father's Day weekend, hot and humid weather, a perfect summer day, and 377 Christophe Pourcel gets the whole shot at the first 250 moto with a snarling pack of talent behind him. The first challenge would come from the 48 of Max Anstey. Good to see him back from an injury last week at High Point. Then Justin Barcia was third, Eli Tomac up front. Barcia would challenge Anstey for second and go down. Rattray, who had just passed Tomac here, would inherit a position from him. Further back, the 108 of Dean Wilson came from about 14th to rally into the top 5. Barcia would be back to put more pressure on Anstey. Anstey would eventually drop back to 8th. Will Hahn would take 5th. Brock Tickle 6th. But the win would go to Christophe Pourcel on the 377 over his teammate Rattray, with Barcia in 3rd and Wilson in 4th. Moto number 2, Will Hahn's going to get the whole shot. A much better start for Wilson on the 108. Be challenging for the lead early, with Barcia also in the hunt. Christophe Pourcel was not far back either, but Pourcel was not nearly as strong in this moto as he was in Moto 1. Wilson gets the lead and begins to pull away from Hahn, and then Rattray goes past Pourcel. Pourcel not able to get going. Then it was down to Rattray versus Barcia in a battle for second. If Rattray could go 2-2, he would win the overall for the day. Tough day for Trey Canard, a pair of bad starts. He would end up 7th overall. Wilson would win the moto handily. The question was, could Rattray get to second? He couldn't. Rattray went off the track challenging Barcia in the last lap. So with 4-1 scores, Dean Wilson wins his first ever AMA Pro Motocross National. Let's go to the 450 class. Everyone looking for revenge after Ryan Dungey won the last 2 races. Look at this battle on the first lap of Moto 1. Brett Metcalf would eventually yield to the 29 of Andrew Short. Chad Reed couldn't get going in the early laps. That allowed Ryan Dungey to slip by him. Dungey would be challenging Mike Alessi for the number 2 spot behind Short, and then Dungey goes down, quickly back up and putting on a strong charge to get positions back. He would get back into 3rd and challenge Alessi all the way down to the finish, but unfortunately he didn't have goggles when he crashed. Wet splashed on the backside of his lens he couldn't see. Short's going to hold on to take the moto win, and Alessi is going to hold off Dungey in lap traffic and take 2nd. Reed in 4th. Go to Moto 2. Short wants to go 1-1 on the day and win his first ever 450 overall. He's got the whole shot, he's got the lead, but he's got Ryan Dungey right behind him. That's not good news for anyone in this class. Here's Dungey challenging the 29 for the lead. He would soon take that position away, and then Short would go further back. Chad Reed would get around Short for 2nd. Then Alessi would struggle in the moto with a bent front brake disc suffered in a collision in turn 1. Dungey checked out. He was going to win the moto and the overall with 3-1 scores. The last battle left, Metcalf versus Grant versus Townley for 3rd. Townley on the last lap would make the pass on Josh Grant to take over that number 3 spot. And they definitely had the fans cheering at Budds Creek. Ryan Dungey, though, wins another overall. That's 3 wins in the first 4 rounds for him. And he's got a nice big points lead. Short and Reed round out the podium positions. We'll be racing Mile High next week at Lakewood, Colorado. Check us out at allysports.com for more information on the Lucas Oil AMA Pro Motocross Championship.